You good?
Yeah,
Got it out?
yeah,
All done?
no.
Welcome back to the Dagger Isles, where 6 heroes are presently on a quest to find the lost treasure of Sadin in order to repay a debt to their sunken ship. Only a week ago, Gundren Waveseeker offered them a part of the treasure if they helped him to find it, before being kidnapped and dragged away to some place known as the Crag's Maw by a band of Merblin raiders. After rescuing the town of Fain Delwyn from the menace of the Red Brands, you made your way to the abandoned village of Thunder Bay, where the dragon Leviathan was being harassed by Draco leeches, led by a strange, yellow-skinned creature with pointed ears and a silver sword. You defeated both, although the man with the yellow skin retreated via some strange magic to a place unknown. Nevertheless, you acquired his sword, surely a magical artifact of some kind, though beyond the ken of your sorcerer who usually can discern such things. Now, the druid Radoth has marked your map with the location of the Crag's Maw. With a renewed sense of direction, you return to the warning shot with plans to travel to Fallwater on your week-long journey to rescue your missing captain and reclaim the map to the lost treasure of Saturn. Now, you did last session make it to Fallwater, did a little bit of exploring, some purchasing and such, and then you all made your way back to the ship.
I have one very important clarification to make, which is that Sky's Arcana is only +1. Saying that he can usually discern magical things is a gross overestimation of his actual abilities.
So far, you've been successful every time except this one.
Gross overestimation of our abilities is like our party name.
Anyways.
That's going to be the name of the next boat we take. Gross overestimation of our ability.
Anyways, so you guys spent the night in Fallwater aboard the ship, I presume, for most of you, although most of the sailors did not. Most of them found lodging ashore. Several of you have some things to pick up. I hope you all marked down how much you have to pick up, because I didn't.
Let me double check. I did.
I have to pick up my tools
I
from
can buy shit.
Nilsa, hopefully.
Nilsa would have just presented you with the tools the next morning. Over breakfast.
Oh, I still need to give Nilsa her stuff, their cat thing.
So, since it's breakfast, why not? Sky is looking at some sort of weird scribbles, and Rourke's food is very, very, very slightly spicier than it should be.
Actually, all of your food is very slightly spicier than it should be, which makes Rourke's significantly spicier than it should be.
Sure.
Nilsa
Just
got
with that prestidigitation.
Nilsa got access to some.
Work
spices.
asks for seconds.
She will happily give you seconds.
Becca doesn't even notice. It's food. She's just
So,
happy there's food.
that said, like I said, some of you need to go and collect some things. Maybe you have some other things you want to do in town. So, who wants to go first, and what do you want to do?
First, I just wanted to give Nilsa the wrapped stuffed bear cat.
Oh, that's right, you got it wrapped, too.
Yes.
Sure. So, you grab her attention while she's busy collecting plates and taking them back to be washed. What do you say?
Hi.
Hi?
So, I know this isn't anything like your home, and it's probably a lot to take in. So, when I was out in town yesterday, I got you and your brother a little something each just to let you know you're welcome.
Oh, that's very sweet, but you didn't have to.
I know, but I didn't want to just have you two here with nothing to call your own besides just your basic. So I got you this, and I'm going to give her the stuffed pack.
She will set down the armload of plates she's got and What is it?
Well, why not open it and see what it is?
She opens it and turns it about a couple of times. It's very cute. Thank you.
I'm not sure exactly what animal it is either.
It looks like a bear, maybe? Thank you.
Just if you see your brother around, let him know I got him something.
I will. Thank you. Can you put this in my room? I've got to finish cleaning up.
Sure. And we'll take it and move it over to her.
Thank you. She'll continue working on cleaning up after breakfast. Anybody else want to do anything here?
Sky's going to fiddle around with that golden sundial. Does it have any moving parts or anything? It's the one that he stole back in.
Yeah, I recall. It does actually. It has a wind-up mechanism that allows it to also be used as timepiece. Not for measuring hours or anything, but it can measure seconds.
Huh. Sky's gonna wind it up for 3 seconds and then let it go.
And it tick, 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 tick. Eventually comes to a stop again.
I was hoping it would make an annoying sound. Oh no.
No, just a small tick.
Yeah, the last thing we need is Sky with anything that makes an annoying sound.
Sky uses prestidigitation to make an annoying sound. Like just a brief bell ringing.
Uh-huh.
And then, realizing that he's forgotten something, he turns to Boots, if Boots is still there.
Sure.
Boots! Boots.
Yes, Sky?
Nobody's believing me that we saw a dragon! How do I fix that? You're the bard.
Have you tried telling them in a interesting and fanciful way?
I mean, it's a dragon.
What? No. Sky. You sweet summer child. Delivery is everything.
So, you can convince people that we saw a dragon, fought a dragon, saved a dragon from little dragons, and then got dragon treasure.
Well, no, I probably can't. But I can make them enjoy listening to the story, and ultimately that's more important.
I mean, if they still don't think that I saw a dragon, and that we all fought a dragon, I don't know.
Well, that sounds like their problem.
But I want them all to know! Also, it would have gotten us a better price than those goblets we sold. I mean, we still got a good price, but...
Hold on. I have some of the dragon's blood that I can loan you if you want.
Didn't that, turn into lightning or something?
Yeah. I've got it in a bottle.
I mean, I showed them the Dracoleaf scales, but...
Well, I've got to say, in terms of impressive trophies, you've got some tiny scales from a tiny little Dracoleech, or you've got lightning blood.
Yeah, okay. Also, they wanted me to, this guy looks at Scouse and then says, Abby wanted me to bring you down by the house to say...
Oh, I already dropped by yesterday.
Oh,
in
great.
the evening.
Well, okay then. Cool. This guy crosses something off of his scribbled list. Scribbled list, sorry. Alright, I'm done then.
Over breakfast, Rourke will have mentioned they can't believe that such a rip-off artist general store owner gets away with that in town.
Guy has a pencil. It's what to cross things out.
Rourke, how do you think being a merchant works? When you get right down to it, lying?
He has 2 of everything in his store and says that one of them is significantly better quality, but they're not.
Well, I mean, sure. But, on the other hand, most people, like us, are kinda idiots and will fall for that.
Hey, I resent that. We're not idiots. We're brilliant.
That's why I didn't buy anything from him.
Becca, can you spell the word brilliant?
Becca pauses. Thanks. Yeah?
Well,
Correctly?
When have I said anything about correctly?
Well, you could probably spell it in our language. These surface dwellers with their
Refuse
weird
to spell it
scribbles.
perfectly because Becca rolled a 20.
Of course, you could spell brilliant. We're from Brill.
Like, it's just adding IANT to the place that we came from.
That's what we call people from Brill. Brilliant.
Ergo, we are brilliant. Our logic is indisputable.
okay. Maybe you and Rourke are, this pains me to say, brilliant.
Just be on the lookout. Don't want them to fleece you guys.
Oh, I already spoke to him yesterday.
Oh, is this the halfling guy with the pencils?
Not sure what a pencil is, but yeah. He kept
Guy
trying to
holds up the
upsell me
pencil
on
he got.
something,
He's got-
on a set of tools that were exactly like the other set of tools, except for more expensive.
Yeah, it was pretty annoying. I just argued him down on the high price until I was willing to buy the pencils for the extra. I don't think I could do that anymore, though, because I don't want any more pencils.
Is that like a fancy pen?
I
Where's
mean, this guy climbs like halfway up a wall and then realizes that he doesn't have any hands free to write with it anymore. If there were like a ledge here, then I could write on it. That would be really annoying with ink.
Why would you want to write on a ledge?
Okay, maybe none of you would want to write on a ledge, but I sometimes want to write on a ledge.
I hate how much sense that explanation makes.
Whatever we drink in lieu of coffee on this boat, we need to drink more of it or less of it. I'm not sure which.
In Boots' case, much, much more.
Anybody else make it over to the alchemist? He seems like a right guy.
Oh, say, while we were shopping, did anybody pick up more supplies for the ship? Great. Did you write down what you bought? Or do you remember? Either one.
Like medical stuff, a full healer's kit, and then a bunch of planks and nails and tar and rope.
Did you get grog?
Nope.
No, not.
Okay. That is on my agenda for today.
I'll help.
Sure.
I wonder if that alchemist has any.
We are not buying grog from an alchemist. It will probably be spiked with who knows what.
I mean, it's true. It's probably going to be spiked from who knows what for whatever reason.
We can use it for the drinking contest.
If you really must get something alcoholic from an alchemist, then you can get that out of your own pocket. This is coming out of the ship's coffers, because this is for the crew.
That's reasonable.
You can't not drink and vote. That's just wrong.
We're not monsters.
This entire time, Ix is like finding a good spot to put the little stuff.
I wonder if there are any naiads that make alcohol stuff. Or is it naiads? Boots, is it naiads or naiads? Or am I thinking of nymphs? Or dryads?
It's a regional difference. I don't know. Which one are you thinking of?
I thought you said triad, not dryad. I could go for a triad of nymphs.
He's glaring at you now.
I think that kills you?
But what a way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Don't fuck a tree. Please, just don't fuck any number of trees.
Huh. Good advice for somebody who grew up without trees.
Okay, that doesn't mean I want to go around having sex with trees. What?
If
Oh,
Rourke,
you've never done it. How do you know how it is?
if Rourke did have sex with a dryad, would the baby be a sapling?
I'm not sure a dryad could get pregnant by having sex with Rourke.
There's only one way to find out.
Rourke, what did I just tell you about not sticking your dick in trees?
Oh, right, right.
Do have extra jars of honey. I guess you could come along if you wanted to try and find one. But you'd have to be
These-
really polite.
These are the tall, leafy things, right?
Well, yeah, but dryads are like some trees, they've got fairies, and those fairies are usually dryads.
Like the weird, tall kelp.
They're brown and green, except when they're sort of this pale white and green, except when they're brown and orange.
Well, that's just confusing.
Well, you know.
Huh. Yeah, I guess there wouldn't be trees underwater, huh? What do you use for, like, construction?
Coral?
Is coral a type of rock? Or a type of plant?
It's like a rock plant.
Oh. Huh. I've heard of petrified trees. Those are like rock plants. Or plant rocks. They're like they're like trees but made of stone for some reason. But I've never seen one. Wait, maybe they're not real.
Yeah, I've got to say, Sky, that sounds fake.
He just doesn't know what to say. He's just like, I don't even know what to do either.
At this point, Sky just sort of trails off.
I'm not seen anybody put up a surface building. I assumed it was the same way we do, but now that you mention it, it probably isn't.
I mean, construction's got to be pretty different. Like, lifting things is weird. Huh.
Oh yeah,
Do you have, like, storied buildings underwater? Is that a thing?
Yeah, I mean, then you just swim up to the story. You don't need stairs or anything. It's really easy.
It's a lot easier underwater, actually.
Huh.
Plus,
I suppose
everything weighs
so.
less.
Hmm.
You see how much I can lift underwater.
Given how much you can lift above water, I'm not sure I want to.
And normally we just have the coral growers come out and grow a building.
I'm sorry, you grow buildings?
Or how else would they be alive?
Normally, in my experience, buildings are not alive.
I thought that's why Sky was leaving the money on the buildings.
To pay for the building?
No,
Oh,
that's just Sky being weird.
that's not weird. It's good luck, and it's polite if there's any house spirits.
Sky, you are the only person who I have ever known who thought that that was good luck.
Well, the coral we use, it's like I said, it's like a rock, but it's also alive. So if it's dead, it doesn't really make good building material. So you got to keep it alive to have a healthy home.
What?
I guess I'd assumed that's the same way with your, what was it, stone?
I've been
No.
confused.
Stone's just, like, stone. You dig it out of the ground, you pile it up.
Yeah, I mean, we have rock too. I mean,
But it doesn't make good building material underwater. Except for the caves. I mean, you take an already there cave, it's pretty easy.
limestone. Limestone is nice.
That's true.
I think limestone is pretty cheap up on the surface.
Yeah, no, you can get limestone up here.
Hey, so once we get Gundren back, like, how far off of the trade routes is, like, the surface trade routes is Brill? Do you think we could trade them limestone? And, like, bring coral up here and plant coral?
It's pretty far. It's not in the islands.
Oh. Oh well.
I wonder how a coral ship would do.
Well, ships need to float, right? Because, like, this ship is made of wood and not stone.
Yeah, but it's dead wood. That's weird.
I don't think most trees like salt water anyway, so even if you made, like, a living ship, it would probably die.
That doesn't seem right. There's got to be a way to figure that out. Maybe if we just got a dragon and kept it alive.
I think you ride that. You don't really sail it, though.
Well, we could build a bunch of houses on the back.
Well, yeah, but, like, did you see how fast Leviathan was? Like, the houses would fall off.
What if we drew them into the scales from coral?
Not sure how the dragon would feel about that.
Yeah, that is the ticket, isn't it? Oh, right. I gotta do shopping today.
There's plenty of day ahead of us.
You guys done?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Is that as I'll be for today?
Expanded drill for you a little bit.
Yeah, it's good. I liked it. So eventually, some of you are going to start leaving the ship.
Sky is going to stick behind for a little longer to try and stay behind when Scouse leaves.
Rourke is going to go and pick up his potions.
Scouse, are you going to go pick your potions up?
Yeah.
And,
Oh, I actually also want to hit up the alchemist, because I have some potions I want identified.
Okay. And,
Yeah.
Ix, are you going to go too?
Yeah.
Cool, so the three of you head out together towards the, potion merchant.
The four of us?
Four. Yeah, four. Four.
8 of us.
Boots is 4.
3.5.
I can count. Honest. You guys make your way to the merchant, and when you get there, the door to the shop is of course closed. There's still that sign out front. Everything looks normal.
Oh, goody. No.
Yeah, you knock. There's a bit of a pause, and then you hear, "Come in!"
No, go on in.
And inside, it smells sweet, actually. A little bit like mint today. I'll be with you in just a second. And the blue-skinned goblin is in the back of the shop, frantically moving between a bunch of bottles and still, like, you know, moving some liquids into bottles. You guys all head inside, and maybe a minute later, he turns around. How can I help? Oh! You're all together. Well, that's awfully convenient. And he starts handing out bottles. This may be the best I've made. It's really good this time. It's tasty too. Tastes like mint.
Excellent.
Did you put mint in it?
I did. I put mint in it, and it made the flavor better. And I think it actually might have made the healing properties better too.
What a great idea.
I thought so.
Did you have any trouble?
Well, no. Maybe. Let's not talk about that.
Where's the special potion you
your
were gonna make me?
I've got it. It's right here. It's right here. You just drink it, and it'll do its magic.
Hey, shh. Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost instant, though. It'll be, like, immediate.
No, I get it. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, gotcha.
Scout
Wink.
hurriedly shoves it in his
Wink.
pocket.
Boots is just gonna give Scouse an incredibly, like, narrowed eyes, just, like, super suspicious right now.
The potion he got handed, by the way, like the mint potions that he's handing out, the healing potions, are all vaguely like clearish. The potion that Scouse just got handed is at least 6 different colors.
Rourke's going to look at Scouse, look at Gobnade, and then at the wink go, "Oh, I didn't know you'd need that kind of a potion."
Oh my god!
Huh. What? Oh.
Hey, shut up. It's not for that.
It's okay.
No, we get it.
Not
Wink.
for-
No.
What? It's just a. Never mind.
It's understandable. Everybody.
Gotta get some privacy. Jeez.
You didn't have to come to the store with the rest of us.
I think that's why he got the potion.
I didn't know you were all gonna be such nosy shitheads.
Really, you didn't?
Well, thank you for the excellent job, Mr. Holtz.
Absolutely. Did you talk to the did you talk to the powder cult?
You haven't been back to the cult, right?
You did not.
I haven't been back yet, but it's on my list today.
Okay. Yeah. Godmade Holst. Great potions. I'd be a great powder maker.
I'll send the recommendation on.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. You're all still standing here.
Boots is gonna clear his throat. I have some other business. Sorry, well, you've finished with my friends here?
Right, other business. With me?
Yes, hold on just 1 second. Gonna rummage around in my pack and pull out 2 bluish-red potions.
Remind me where you got those?
I believe that was also the Segan's Cave, but I wouldn't swear to it.
Okay, pulling up my notes. Yep. 2 potions from there. He takes them and eyes them. What do you want me to do with these?
I was hoping you could tell me what they are. You know, besides the obvious.
Well, they are potions. They are kind of bluish greenish. A little bit of purple in there. And then he just unstoppers one
I said
and sniffs
beside
it.
the obvious.
Sniffs it a couple times. They smell like not very good. Elderberries? No. Lindenberries. Yeah, lindenberries. And dips his tongue into one of them. Ooh! Interesting. Puts the cork back in. They're healing potions.
Huh. Why
I'm
are
now
they
worried
that
I'm kind of
color?
worried that he just calls everything a healing potion.
Well, they're that color because whoever made them decided to make them that color. Also, they put lingonberries in there. I don't know why.
All right then. Thanks.
Mint is way better.
I believe you.
You should. I'm good at this.
I
Crap!
sure
I
hope
should have
so.
charged you for that. Oh well. Damn.
I want to be clear that this laughter is out of character.
Why? It should be in character. That's hysterical.
It's out of character for Boots and in character for everyone else.
Maybe I'm not very good at this. Well, anyways, you got your potions. You know what your other potions are.
Great. Thanks. Have a good one.
You do.
Boots is gonna leave.
Anytime.
Do you have any potion belts?
What?
Like a belt you could hold multiple potions on.
That doesn't sound like something I would sell.
I want to think into it. Maybe you could get into a partnership with another worker.
You know who might have that? 3 doors down,
no.
there's this halfling.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
You've met him.
I have.
I'm just saying, Kennedy Barrett, he sells all of that.
And a bunch of tripe too.
I don't think he I don't think he sells intestine.
Thank you for the help, Govnade.
You're welcome. Please remember, tell the guild. Call me. I'm good. I can make powder if they teach me. I'd be good at it.
I'm gonna put a handful of silver coins down on the table as a tip.
Oh, wow! Thank you.
And then leave, waving.
I'm also gonna leave with my potion.
Oh, good. That leaves only one of Scouts, are you leaving too?
Yes, Scout is leaving.
Thank God!
I think
You know-
gotten two, the, like, tiny potions?
Yeah, I think you got 2 of those tiny ones.
You
right?
got 2 small ones. I think Scout's got 1 medium and 1 small, and Rourke got...
Scout's only got 1 potion, but
I got a small and a medium.
How much do they
what is it, a greater?
Yeah, greater. But, no, it's a... moderate, I think it is.
Raider is the next up.
Whatever the one that does 44. Yeah, greater. So...
Healing, greater, superior, supreme.
Yeah, so anything that's the really minor one is just a healing potion. Anything that was the 1 level up that he talked you into upgrading to is a greater healing potion.
I'm just putting on my sheet with the blue-red potions in brackets healing question mark because I'm not sure how much I trust that assessment.
Wow, he is an excellent alchemist. In fact, I was thinking about inviting him to the crew.
Boots is just gonna give Rourke just like a long, steady, very level look.
Even I'm gonna give him a look. He's a nice guy, and he knows what he's doing, but,
We could use an extra alchemist on board.
I'd rather not
Could
light
we?
the ship on fire.
He would probably set the ship on fire and make it smell like mint somehow.
Well, that's better than a regular fire,
It's
isn't
gonna
it?
be on fire.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I'd rather the ship not be on fire at all.
We should have sailed with a different crew.
Well, I am sailing with a crew that doesn't include this guy.
You know, now I kind of want the captain to hire him just to annoy you. I bet that guy.
Do you
talks to
want it badly enough to be set on fire?
Maybe.
Yeah, we don't
I
want to
forgot
annoy the quartermaster.
what crew I was
He's
with.
in charge of hiring, anyways. It was just a suggestion. You're the one in charge of hiring, so
Even if he were interested, I don't think it would be necessary or wise.
that's fair.
And you know, that is in fact a pretty big if.
I could take him on as my apprentice.
Oh no.
Assuming that. Anyway. I have a lunch appointment to keep, so I will see you all later.
Enjoy.
And I've got a very nice shopkeep to go see again, and thank her for helping me pick such a wonderful gift for Noah.
I'm gonna go hang out with Hulse.
Right, I am going to swing by the ship and pick up my loot, and then I'm going to go have lunch with the instrument lady, whose name I have forgotten.
I'm gonna look for a flower shop.
Her name was Inga.
Back on the ship, Sky does have a minor plan,
Uh-huh.
which is to cast Flock of Familiars to summon 3 weasels.
Okay, you have 3 weasels.
Sky's going to talk to them in Sylvan, why not? and basically ask, okay, so Scouse is gone. He's out getting stuff. Who wants to try and steal stuff from him? I need volunteers.
One of them immediately jumps forward, looking super duper eager.
Okay, so Scouse is off the ship right now. I'm going to leave the ship with whoever doesn't want to go, so we have an alibi. And I want you to do anything you can to find something of Scouse's that you can steal, and then put it in Becca's room. Do you know which rooms those are? I can show you.
Yeah, it looks a little confused. A little uncertain.
Okay, tour time. And Sky, Sky takes the weasels around and points out Scouse's room. And pauses and draws a little frowny face on the door with his pencil. And then he takes them over to point out Becca's room.
The weasel nods.
Scouse keeps most of his stuff with him, but he's got to have something here.
Okay.
Okay. For the other two of you, I'm gonna just head around to the sort of area around Fallwater, because I've got some honey, and I was thinking of looking for fairies. Does anybody want to come with that?
Both of them immediately jump up onto your shoulders.
Okay, Sky has a couple of weasels on his shoulders. All right, that's my plan until whenever you want to run the
Sure.
wandering around.
Yep, I'll deal with that in a bit. So Gav heads back to the ship. Gav, make a perception check for me.
Oh, I don't like that.
I have set them free.
Yeah, so Gav, as you're heading down to collect your loot, you spot Nilsa in the main hull of the ship, hands on hips, staring down at this weasel that is banging its head up against one of the doors. And she's like, well, I don't think you're going to get in there by slamming into it. Why do you want to in there anyways? And the weasel just looks up at her, shakes its head, goes right back to slamming its head into the door. Have you tried going under the door? And the weasel, pauses a moment. Tries to go under the door. Doesn't quite fit. No, I guess that won't work either. Well, I don't think you're going to make it in there. Then she looks up. Oh, hi, Boots.
Hello, Nilsa. That one of Sky's?
I don't know. He just seems to be really intent on getting into Scouse's room.
Why don't we give the poor sucker a little help with that? Boots will reach over and open the door. Or try to, anyway.
Oh.
Is the door going to be locked?
Scouse? Actually, no, because there aren't any locks on the ship, and nobody has established buying a lock to lock it with.
There we go, then.
So, no. So yeah, you open it up, and the weasel immediately just tumbles in head over heels. Okay, are you sure that's the right idea?
Boots scratches his head and then just goes, no, and just walks onto his room.
Alright. She just kind of watches as the weasel starts going about exploring Scouse's room. And then you grab your loot and head on out. Meanwhile, Scouse, what are you doing after getting your potions?
Probably head back to the ship. Maybe stop at the bar, I don't know.
Okay. Stop by the bar, grab a drink. Head back to the ship shortly thereafter. Rourke.
Rourke is going to hope there's a locksmith in town that's not Kennedy Bennett.
Kennedy Barrett. Make an investigation check. You have a hard time finding a locksmith. You spend about an hour just kind of wandering around looking for one, not finding one.
And I'll go by the guild to drop off the glowing endorsement of Gobnade Halls.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do while you're there, or are you just gonna recommend him?
I will
That's
ask if they know a locksmith.
Locksmith? Yes, we know. We have a locksmith here.
Oh, excellent. I was looking to get a lock.
Oh, you wish to have a lock made?
Yeah, I need one with at least 2 keys.
2 keys, 1 lock. What is this for?
Chest on my ship.
Aha! A chest lock. Yes, this we can do. It is easy.
Because out of character, as I recall, we broke our way into that chest in the first place.
Yes, you did.
That doesn't sound like us.
Sounds exactly like you. Yeah.
But we're so careful and cautious.
Delmar was set you up with a lock, whatever the price is in the PHB, Rob. We'll set you up with one.
Cool. Awesome.
2 keys.
Yep, one for me and one for Gav.
Yeah, not a problem. And then, was there anybody else doing something that I missed in this list?
Yeah.
I was hoping to get Grog.
You were hoping to get what?
Grog.
Grog. Got it. You're going to go buy grog for the ship. I'll come back to you right after I'm done with Iz here. You were going to go find a flower shop, you said. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Let's see what we got here. Investigation. Where am I? Make sure I'm on normal. Oh.
You make your way around like the trade district area where all the shops that you've been to recently are for a little bit, and I mean there are so many bright colors, all the bright colors of the clothes, bright colors of the toys, bright colors of this and that, and you wind up getting lost amongst all of it and completely missing any flower shops that you might have been able to find.
Well, I'm just gonna go to the toy store.
Yeah, so you make your way to the toy store. Again, outside there's all those brooms, just everywhere brooms. But inside, of course, it's rows upon rows of varied, toys and children's things. There's a young man, maybe mid-20s, currently just kind of dozing off lazily behind the counter.
Excuse me, hi.
Hi. Good morning. Nope, it's not morning anymore. Good afternoon.
Indeed. Hey, I was just wondering if you might know where Miss Spooner.
Miss Spooner? Oh, Ilse. Yeah, she's, it's her day off.
Ooh. Do you have... I might find her.
I don't, not know.
Alrighty then.
Sorry.
Well, shoot. I was gonna thank her for helping me pick out a gift. Well, if you see her again, tell her that a Paul just wanted to leave thanks for helping him find a gift for a young lady yesterday.
Paul. And he pulls out a piece of paper, writes down your name. Paul, thanks, Ilsa, gift. Got it.
And if you can, give her this, please. And I'm gonna hand him the big shark tooth.
Whoa, no, nope, not a good idea, nope.
It's not?
Nope. Bad idea.
Does she not like shark teeth?
Nope. She's terrified of sharks. Hates sharks. Thinks they're terrible creatures.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Bad idea.
Thanks for telling me that. Wow.
Yep. Yep.
Huh. Well, anyway, just thank her then, please.
Sure. I can do that.
Well, it was very nice to meet you, sir.
And you two... Oh, you're Paul. I'm Arnie.
Hi, Arnie. Nice to meet you.
You too, Paul. Nice to meet you.
I will wave and head out.
Bye! Nice guy. Meanwhile, Becca.
Yes.
You were looking for grog.
In large quantities with which to imbibe the crew.
So what you're really looking for is a brewery. Make an investigation check.
Oh, great, I'm good at those.
No.
Wow, you guys are doing
What does a
real bad at
brewery
that
even look
tip.
like? I don't understand you surfacers.
So you make your way to the nearest tavern.
Like, Becca's this big blue lady.
And you head inside and you find Scouse at a table.
Oh no, the worst possible outcome of an investigation check.
Scouse has already drunk all the rum.
Oh, hey, Scouts, do you know where I can find a brewery? I don't think this place is a brewery just because they have ale. It doesn't make it a brewery, right? Right?
Scouse raises his mug and waves it vaguely around.
That doesn't answer my question.
There's rum here if you want it.
I need more rum, like, for the sailors. So...
Ask the guy at the bar.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'm gonna go do that. So then Becca kind of like walks over to go do that, heedless of anybody paying attention to her, which is probably everybody. Becca just kind of waves her hands, like kind of like a princess wave. Hi. I guess. I've always been this tall. So, I need to know if you can tell me where you get the alcohol that you serve your, and she can't say the word patrons, the people that drink here. Like, because I need alcohol, but I need a lot of it, like massive quantities, like for a boat full of sailors to take with them on the ocean. I mean, isn't that what they do? Well, I mean, we can't have water because you can't drink sea water. It'll make you sick. I mean, sure, yeah, if you want to be boring.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
you
no.
You can tell me there's more to also buy water. Okay, cool. So I get some barrels of water and barrels of ale, and it'll be great. You get grog, I think they said.
Mm-hmm.
I think the word is cheap. It's for the crew. I don't care.
Oh,
You're gonna not say that in character.
are you sure?
I'm sure.
That does sound like something Becca would say.
If they want, no, what Becca would say is, if they want better alcohol, they could fight for it.
Ooh.
I'll get some, so here's what I'll do, and you tell me if this is a good idea, because I honestly don't know. Not like Becca has 18 wisdom or anything. We'll get some regular some grog, some shitty ale for most of the crew, and then we'll get a little bit of really good ale, and then we can have them have like competitions on the deck. They can keep me amused, and the people who win can get the great ale. Yeah, shitty ale for everybody. Okay. Thank you, because that would have been no, we can't do that. Okay, where's the second like best place? Like, there's gotta be like if there's three, there's gotta be a good one and a shitty one, and then like there's somebody in the middle, right? Yeah, okay. Thank
I
you.
should note.
Oh, I should buy some beer for your time. Yeah, what's your best? Like, it doesn't have to be like rock guy. Like, I got stuff to do. It's important, but like, what do you have that tastes the best? Ale, damn it. Becca's player doesn't drink. Take 5, and thank you very much. And then she just downs it in like 1.
I will note, Becca would probably know that we do have 6 bottles of nice wine on the ship.
Yeah, but that's not for the crew. We said go get grog for the crew. Becca is very intentional.
Well, yeah.
That was in fact a we. I like that Becca is taking the initiative here. That's very in character, but Boots is gonna be so pissed if you fuck up.
What do you mean if?
Oh yes, you're quite right, when.
Like just like I don't know where Boots is, and Boots is off doing Boots things, and
Yeah, no, that's valid. Just
like I'll just carry it home. It's not a big deal. She's trying to be helpful, damn it.
Okay. So you head off in search of one of those. I believe we're back to who's next? Sky.
Sure. So Sky is going to wander around sort of the edges of Fallwater, or wherever he's met fairies before.
Sure. Yeah. So that would be definitely like the edges, but also near the water, especially anywhere the mist is very high. So near any of the waterfalls along the bay.
Yep.
That's you're probably honestly like a good hour's walk from the ship at this point for that.
That's fine. Sky has nothing else pressing to do today that he remembers.
Are you just looking around, just poking around?
Basically.
Okay. Who would be next then? Rourke?
Rourke has gotten his lock, so he's going to go back to the ship. He's going to put the lock on the captain's chest, which is where I believe the bulk of our money is stored. Hello? Hello? Uh-oh.
I can hear you.
yeah.
Oh, thought I had not been on here for some reason.
No, you're fine. I can't be the one to answer that question. I don't know where you're storing your money.
No. Well, it had been in the captain's chest, and then we opened it, and I guess we'd just been having it there without any kind of lock. So now we have a lock on it, and I'm gonna lock it, and then intend to give the other key to Boots the next time I see him. I will not give it to Sky to give to Boots, and I definitely won't give it to Scouts to give to Boots.
Make a perception check.
There shouldn't be so many P skills.
Yep. Okay. No go there. That's unfortunate. All right. Who's
I don't see the weasel.
No. Who's next on our list here? Boots.
Okay. I was doing lunch with Instrument Lady, whose name I've forgotten again. Inga. There we are.
Inga Lion.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I will go up to her door and knock.
Yeah, and you can hear inside the sound of a violin being played, a little squeakily. And when you knock, you hear a voice. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but the violin playing continues as the door opens. You can hear a little better, and there is Inga standing just inside the door with the violin playing behind her, and she smiles and says, you came back. Good afternoon."
Good afternoon. We were going to do lunch, were we not?
Oh, I completely forgot. I'm in the middle of a lesson. Can just give me 5 minutes?
Sure.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Should I come in, or...
Oh, that's a good idea.
Wait out here?
Yes, no, come in, please, come in. That's a good idea.
Great.
And she has you come in, and you see there's a young student, like 11, maybe, is busy trying to learn to play the violin. Not doing particularly well, but they're trying. And Inga steps over and corrects something about their posture, and they play mildly better. They're just doing scales right now. But Inga's trying to help them learn the scales and work their way through them. And then after a couple of minutes, she says, "Very good. Now, what I want you to do is go home and practice that with your parents. At least 5 minutes every day. And then I'll see you again in a week, okay?" The kid nods and hands the violin back and then heads off. And then Inga puts it away very carefully and then looks to you and says, "It was Boots, right?"
Yes.
I completely forgot that we were going to do this. I was busy, but so I don't have any plans. Where would you like to go?
I've been out of town for a while. I don't really know what's good. Anywhere in particular you have in mind?
Oh, well, I mean, there's a lot of taverns around here.
Could go to one of the taverns then. As I say, it has been a while since I've spent any time in full water, and last time I was here, I was hanging around the kind of place that sailors frequent, which is perhaps slightly rougher than we're looking for something like this.
I mean, that's pretty much all that's here.
Ah. Oh well. Hanging around sailors haven't hurt me yet.
Okay. Well, let me get my bag. And she turns around and picks up a bag and collects a couple of other things. Right. Let's go.
Sure.
And she will walk out with you onto the streets. Meanwhile, Scouse, having finished your ale, you can order another. You can head back to the ship.
I'll head back. Scouse is a man of moderation.
Sure. So you make your way back to the ship. Make a perception check for me.
I mean, it's true. He only does a moderate amount of work, ever, if that.
You make your way back to the ship, make your way into your room. Everything seems in order.
Alright, Scouse is going to take a well-earned nap.
Okay.
His hard work drinking.
Strange thing. You realize about 5 minutes into starting your nap, your blanket is missing.
Good job, Weasel.
Fucking A!
Whose room is next to Scout's? It's Ix, right?
Hold on. Let me look. Warning shot. Yeah.
Scout's gonna go take Ix blanket.
Okay. So you head over, grab Ix's blanket, and then go take your nap.
Wow.
House's like complete not giving a fuck makes the thing like less effective. Now fucking is just gonna think I stole his blanket.
I like how, so far, every time a joke has been played on Scouse, it has turned against Ix instead. Alright, so you lay down to take a nap. Becca,
Yeah.
where are you going?
I'm going to the like mid-range thing with the cool lighthouse.
The red one with the lighthouse, the fakey lighthouse on
That's
top.
probably like Lighthouse Brewing Company or some shit.
It is, in fact, Lighthouse Brewing Company.
Cool. So Becca's just gonna walk up and knock on the door with her very meaty hand.
There's a couple of minutes delay, and then a door opens, and there's a big, kind of burly man, big, meaty hands, bigger than you kind of man. He just kind of looks down at you. What?
Well, I was coming to ask if I was coming to ask if we could buy some
Spit it
kegs
out.
of ale, but I was also thinking when I saw you, now I kind of want to arm wrestle you.
Nah.
What, are you afraid?
Don't want to hurt you.
Becca literally doesn't know how to respond to this. She like tilts her head. You what now?
You want to buy the ale or not?
All right, ale first. I'll come back for you.
Okay, how much you buying?
Let's see. Shit, how much am I buying? Did we discuss this? We did not discuss this. I don't know, like four kegs, barrels, whatever.
4 barrels.
Yeah, how much is that?
Which variety?
Medium style? It's not my fault.
Dark.
You threw me off my game because you won't arm wrestle me.
You really want to arm wrestle?
Sure. Worst case.
What do I get for arm wrestling you?
I don't know. Let's see, Becca like rifles through her purse is like. Shit, I don't have any things. I don't know, what do you want? Like, I got big bones, but I don't think that's what you're looking for. You want, like, gold? Do you care about that?
No. Wager something.
Becca, like, pats herself down and, like, pulls out 5 gold. Is that good?
Sure, 5 gold.
Cool.
This is stupid.
It'll help me focus.
Whatever. He drags you over to a table and sits down. Sailor's rules or mainland's rules?
Out of character,
Sailor's
what's the
rules,
difference?
because that's closer to the water.
I'm not answering that for you, Chris.
Okay.
Find out Isuli. So you said sailor's rules?
Yeah.
Cool. I like sailor's rules. Less cowardly. Alright, let's do this. Go ahead and make a strength check. Athletics check. He grabs your arm and hesitates for a moment and then starts to heave. You heave back, and you immediately take the advantage. He is like looks a little bit surprised as you slam his hand down, and he looks up at you and goes, "You cheated."
Oh.
Excuse you?
You cheated.
How did I cheat?
I don't know. Do it again.
Double or nothing.
Fine.
Cool. Becca, by the way, does not. Becca, except for the part where she was accused of cheating, this is the most fun she's had in like weeks since she jumped off of the boat and fought a like Leviathan.
Go ahead and make another athletics check. So you grab his hand again, and this time it's exactly the opposite. He slams you down real fast. See?
You cheated.
What?
You must have cheated. You're not that strong. I felt you the first time. What'd you do?
You just took me by surprise the first. You know what? 2 out of 3.
Okay, 2 out of 3. Oh god.
Oh no!
Does anybody
Wait.
have
Uh-oh.
Do you have inspiration?
I did not.
Use my inspiration to let it.
All right.
I'm not there. I don't think I can use.
Hey!
You can use
Oh,
it.
nice.
Inspiration can be used. It's an out-of-character mechanic. It can be used, so go ahead and re-roll.
God.
So this time you two grip forearms, and you both start straining real hard. Like, for at least a good 10 seconds, neither of you budges at all. Your hands stay locked, and both of your foreheads are bulging, your forearms are bulging, you're unable to move each other even the slightest inch.
Sorry, their foreheads are bulging?
Yeah, because they're working so hard
Putting
that
all of the effort
like
into
their
it.
neck and their foreheads are just tensing with all of the effort. Eventually, he starts to move your arm further. We're gonna do another roll, but he's winning right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, as he starts to get your arm down, you just find this burst of energy and start pushing back the other way. Soon you wind up back to even, maybe even starting to get the advantage again. But this is like the arm wrestling match of your life. He is fighting hard for every
The best part
moment.
is that the harder it gets, the more she is smiling. Like, she's like, she would talk and like provide him, but she's very focused on this whole thing.
Yeah. Let's do one more. You have advantage this time. Eventually, you manage to slam his arm down onto the table, and he just kind of throws up his hands frustratedly and pushes away from the table. Damn it! You weren't supposed to beat me.
Becca just gets up and like claps him on the back, and is like, "You don't even have to pay me. That was fun."
Ah. What's your name?
Becca.
Becca. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. And then after that, she goes, "So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just trying to help out my crew. I carry heavy things. I fix people that are broken. But we need grog for the sailors because water spoils, and we can't give them wine because they'll get drunk and fall off the boat. That's what
yeah. I got you. Exactly what you want. 4 barrels?
Yeah,
How big's your crew?
I should know this. I keep fixing. Hang on, let me go look at the boat. We got like 17, and then another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 23 of them.
23. Yeah, okay. So how long you planning to be out?
Oh, not more than 10 weeks for sure, but I imagine we'll set into port before then. So
10 weeks.
Well, I'm just thinking. Let me get there. So I'd give us like 2 or 3 weeks. 3 weeks if we get lost.
3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks. 23 crew. 4 barrels is a little generous. You could do with less, but that'll be enough.
It's okay to be generous. People
Yeah.
like that, especially sailors.
Yeah.
If everything goes well, we might need to use the extra for a party, anyways. If we get what we're looking for.
Now you're talking. Although you're gonna want better. Anyways, 4 barrels. That'll be.
Why don't we get like 3? Like, give me like 1 that's like top shelf, and like 3 that I can make into craft.
Oh, three that's just for whatever, and then 1 for. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes more sense. You got to think like with that size crew, you're looking at about a barrel a week.
Okay.
So yeah, 3 and 1.
Mhm.
3 and 1. All right. Well, the 3 is going to cost you 60. It's about 20 gold a barrel, and then for the 1, wow, if you want the good stuff, that's probably another 30. So 90 gold.
Okay. And then Becca realizes that she like left without the gold. She's like, and she just curses in Aquan. She's like, okay, I gotta go back to the ship and get the money to pay for that. So 90.
Yeah, 90 gold.
Okay. Don't sell the alcohol. Make sure you have that.
Dude,
I'll go get the money.
we've got so much alcohol. We make it here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We got a lot.
All right. And then Becca like just kind of like turns around and like leaves to go get the money, which is probably about what she'll bump into Boots.
Bump into what?
It was Boots that was originally going to come with her, right?
Yeah,
Or was it Sky?
it was Boots.
But he's on a date.
But Boots is
That was Boots.
Yeah, Boots is on a date, so.
Well, Becca's going to go get the money, assumingly out of the chest, which means she'll probably run into maybe Cap.
The chest that's locked.
Not for long if Becca needs into it.
Oh god!
Oh no! He just bought.
I can fix it. I have smithing.
I mean, or you could just ask Rourke. I mean,
Well, that depends. Do I meet Rourke on the way? Because I don't know why the chest is locked.
Rourke's still on the ship.
yeah, I'm still on the ship.
Oh yeah. Then Becca will probably just like.
All right, we'll come back to that in a moment. There are some other things that we got to do first. Ix, are you doing anything else?
Just heading back to the ship.
All right, you head back to the ship as well. Make a perception check for me. Okay. Alrighty.
Like, why am I cold?
Yep. That happened. So Boots, you wind up at a tavern. There is a gnome behind the counter. You're pretty sure he's standing on a box, and he's the one who you order from. If you don't know what to order, Inga will order for both of you. She will order probably fish.
Yeah, I'll let her order.
Yeah, she'll get fish for both of you with a side of like potatoes and some kind of veggie, and sit down. So, what's it like, being a bard on being a minstrel on a ship?
Well, it's good. Yeah, being a minstrel, that's good. There's nothing quite like making music for people who just want to listen to music,
Oh,
there's
you really like
something.
your music?
I mean, what can I say? I'm good at what I do.
Oh, that's great. Are they all, do any of them play with you? Or is it just you?
Just me. A few of them think they can sing, but, a lot of sailors think they can sing.
I take it they can't.
Well, there's one guy who has a voice like an angel, but only when he's extremely drunk. And when he's extremely drunk, he can't remember the lyrics.
Oh no, that sounds awful.
Yeah, it is what it is. Still, I get a lot of joy out of playing the lute.
Well, that's good.
And they seem to appreciate it.
Well, that's really good.
Yeah.
I've been teaching instruments for a long time. I've never had a chance to go on a ship, though.
It's... I've had mixed experiences with traveling on ships, if I'm honest. The past, few years have mostly been fine. It's really the past month of being on a ship that has been less than ideal for me.
Oh, what changed?
Well, let's see. First there was the ship that sank, and then there have been all... Yeah, that was not a good time for anyone involved.
Sounds really unfortunate.
Yeah, it very much was, especially since our captain was lost and left us, the officers, on the hook for several thousand gold of debt.
Oh no. Oh, you poor guy.
Yeah. It's concerning.
At least
we're working on it.
Right? Oh,
Yeah, you don't really just stumble into 20,000 gold.
Oh my. That's a big number.
Yeah. We're working on it. We have a plan.
Oh, you poor dear.
It's not
How?
a good plan.
How are you good?
Well, so we signed on with a captain by the name of Guntran Waveseeker, who claims that he has a map to the lost treasure of Sarden.
What? That's real?
I mean, he seems to think so.
I thought it was just a fairy tale.
He got kidnapped by merblins.
You seem to have bad luck with captains.
Yeah, we really do. Our current captain's been doing fine so far.
I would not want that job.
No. There's a reason that I did not volunteer for the position when it came up.
I see.
So, yeah, we're currently on his trail. We're pretty sure we know where he is now. So that's our next stop. And, well, let's just say that I'm glad that I can do more than just sing a song with my lute.
What else can you do with it?
You take her back to the ship and show her.
Excuse you, Boots is not that kind of girl.
You can answer her
Wait,
question.
Boots is a girl?
Yes, I am. Give me one moment. Well, I can do things like, hold on, and I'm going to pick up the lute, and I am going to cast invisibility on myself.
Oh my. So as you cast the spell, she looks around for a moment. Boots? Boots?
I will drop concentration on invisibility. Ta-da!
Oh! What? Oh! Oh, did you teleport?
No. Boots is going to just about double over laughing at that.
What? I thought that was reasonable. I don't know.
No, it's reasonable. Just it's a long story. No, I went invisible.
Oh, you can do that?
I can.
Wow, that seems really creepy.
It's mostly I use it for emergency, not getting stabbed.
Wait, you get stabbed?
So far, no.
Oh.
Yeah, I try not to push my luck on that one.
I guess that's a good idea. Wow, being on a ship sounds really dangerous.
Being on most ships isn't this dangerous. Being on our ship, well, yeah.
I guess that explains the captain problem.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really... it sounds exciting.
Exciting is an excellent word for it.
A little different every day, maybe?
Well...
I bet you have a lot of stories you could tell. Maybe even good songs you could write.
I certainly have stories I can tell. Songs? Well, you know, I haven't actually tried writing any songs about any of our, call them escapades.
Oh, you should.
That's a good idea. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it sounds like you've got enough material to put a whole show together.
I mean, yeah, just about at this point.
I mean, it would have to be a comedy, but...
Yeah, comedy of errors.
Right, I mean, nobody would believe... I'm not sure I believe all of this. That's an awful lot.
I'll be honest with you, some days I don't believe all of it.
Well, Mr. Boots, since you're in this terrible bind, I'll tell you what, I'll pay for our tab.
Oh, that's very kind of you, thank you. Really, a few gold is just a drop in the bucket. It's hardly the end of the...
It's gold I have and gold you don't. 20,000, that's...
Alright, that's very kind of you, Inga. Thank you.
Of course. But I'm gonna ask for something in return.
Oh, certainly.
Next time you come to Fallwater, I want to hear the first song that you're gonna write about all of this.
This is just gonna smile wide. That is something I can promise with a smile on my face.
Excellent. Well, this has been really lovely, but I think I've got another appointment in not too terribly long. I'm really sorry. I should have scheduled this better.
Oh, of course. No, that's quite all right. I probably have some affairs I should be taking care of as well.
All right. Well, good luck. I hope you find your missing captain and get your missing money to pay for your missing ship.
Thank you.
And that you don't lose another
Thank you.
captain.
Amen.
All of that would be ideal.
Or get stabbed.
Thank you very much, Inga.
I would like you to not get stabbed.
I would also very much like me to not get stabbed.
Okay, yeah, let's agree that you're not going to let yourself get stabbed or lose your current captain or your other captain or the treasure. You got to promise me
Thank
all
you,
that
Inga.
because I want you to come back and sing a song for me.
I promise, Inga.
Good.
Ix should be taking some
Okay.
lessons from Boots.
Yeah, no, Boots has the opposite problem to X, in that there are women all over him, but he doesn't actually want to get laid because he's pining for a specific woman.
Well, if I have a small thing that I would like to give you. It's very small, but it might bring.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
It's for good luck.
Oh, thank you.
That's the same thing Ix tells women.
Ouch.
I'm dead now.
Ouch. Ix, do you need some burn cream for that?
Surely he can just shapeshift it bigger.
Anyways,
That's the perplexing part.
she will stand up and lean over and place a kiss on your cheek, and then turn and walk away.
But is just gonna kind of sit there stunned for a minute. But does not have a good track record when it comes to realizing that women are hitting on him.
Well, she gone. Meanwhile, Becca makes it back to the ship.
Becca's brother hears her kicking the treasure chest.
I mean, it's in his room, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's just, that doesn't matter. She's just gonna walk in like she owns the place.
Start kicking it. Like, hey, this used to work. Why can't I get in here?
I used to be able to kick it and it would just open. What the fuck's wrong? Did you break the treasure chest?
I locked the treasure chest.
What the hell did you do that for? I needed you.
So that people can't just walk in and grab money.
But I specifically need to walk in and grab money.
How much do you need and for what?
I need 90 gold so that I can get the stuff that we're going to use to make grog for the sailors while we go and do the thing.
Oh, that seems reasonable. Did Boots tell you to get that?
I mean, he said we were going to, but I don't know where the fuck he is, so.
Yeah, that checks out. Okay, here you go.
Fucking hell, Rock!
Do you want to come with? I mean, are you busy?
If you need help carrying stuff, I can
There's
order
gonna be
somebody to do
more,
that.
And I'm Rebecca has enough wisdom to actually get away with saying, I'm just foreseeing me trying to roll them down the streets and one of them gets away and I make a bad decision. Please come help.
Sure, I can help. And I'll see if I can find some crew to help on the way.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's why you look at it.
All right. Becca, make a perception check for me. That is a really good perception check. As you're coming out of Rourke's room, you realize that the door to your room is open.
Hang on just a second. And, Becca leans in, to look into her room. It's so important that she checks her room even though she just walked into her.
Okay, so first off, Nils is in there, just leaning up against the wall, staring at your bed, where there is a weasel currently, completely wound up in trying to drag a blanket up onto your bed. It's way too big for the weasel, so it's just kind of trailing along the floor, and Nils is just watching with this completely, bemused expression.
Hey, Rourke, hold on. And Becca walks in and kind of kneels down. She's got her hands at her knee, and she's just watching now, too.
What is going on in here? Oh.
I really don't know where this weasel came from, but it's been trying really hard to move Scouse's blanket into here.
Here's Scouse's blanket, and then Rebecca immediately reaches out and tries to get it off the bed.
I mean, it's a weasel. It's not going to stop you.
Oh, it's not. I don't even care about the weasel. I just want the blanket off the bed.
Yeah. My point is, you can do that. No problem.
And then Becca throws it into the hallway like it's radioactive.
The weasel does a backflip and starts diving after the blanket.
Becca's go take that somewhere else. The weasel can understand her even though it can't.
Make an animal handling check.
Sure. No.
So the weasel grabs the blanket in its teeth and starts dragging it butt scooting back into your room with the blanket.
Becca just puts her foot on the blanket.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Yeah, you cast Speak with Animals.
And try to talk to this animal that I do not know is not an actual animal.
Yeah. What are you going to say?
Say, why are you trying to take that blanket in my sister's room? She doesn't like that.
The weasel, like, rears back a bit, looks up at you, looks at Becca's boot on the blanket, looks up at you. Squeak, squeaker?
And I can't understand.
No.
Now, I've had this happen before. And I know what happened the last time, whose animals they were that I tried to talk. At least I think I did.
Squeak.
So can I make the connection?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh, that's...
Would be insight?
No, it would really be investigation, because he's putting clues together.
Investigation?
Literally the primary goal of investigation, yeah.
Sweet, I'm trained in that.
Not well enough.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I still have a low...
You're convinced that this is the dumbest weasel. It is so dumb that it just doesn't even understand speak with animals.
Becca, I think this is a special weasel.
Would make sense for that weasel to be on our ship. It all fits. It all fits.
So is it like a spot now?
Wow!
Squeak.
What's it saying?
I don't know. It doesn't speak its own language.
How is that possible? It doesn't have a language to begin with.
It's not smart enough to understand itself. And Rourke seems completely, like, convinced that this is truth.
Well, at least he's cute.
I mean,
You know what? I'll take him. Nelsa just leans down and picks up the weasel.
you're gonna be okay. He's got teeth.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Well, she has a little brother. You had a little brother. You know what it's like. She's used to people biting her, right?
She just, like, points at Rourke and then heads off towards her room with the weasel.
I think you were always smart enough not to bite me.
Not after the first couple times, anyways.
It's a learning experience. So what do I do with this? And Becca like pulls up her feet, and it's like I said, like picks up Scout's blanket with her foot. Like, should we just like hang it on his door?
Yeah, and if he asks, we can say a dumb weasel tried to take.
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay. So Becca just gonna like casually like the blanket on Scout's doorknob,
Okay.
and then she thinks about it. And she ties the blanket into a knot on Scout's doorknob.
There you go. Alright.
Come on, right, there's a dwarf waiting for me, and we arm wrestled, and it's a long story, but he's got grog. Let's go.
He is not a dwarf.
Oh, okay. There's a
He was
short
bigger
dude.
than you are.
It's a really big dwarf. Becca doesn't
Oh
fucking
my
know.
god.
Yeah. What's wrong with having tall dwarves?
I don't have history training. I don't fucking know.
Oh lord. Alright.
Ah, yes, history.
You two
The
make
skill
your
for
way-
telling dwarfs from humans.
You two
It
make
is
your
the
way
skill for
off the
that.
ship and back towards the lantern.
Can I tell if the prices that Becca quoted me are reasonable?
Insight. Super reasonable. In fact, it's a steal.
Wow, these are great prices you got, Becca.
Yeah.
Can I almost not believe on the basis that I know that my brother is bad at these things and make my own check? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't even think about that.
No, because you didn't even think about it. You were too hyped up on arm wrestling.
That's
Boots. You make it back to the ship about now. Make a perception check.
Oh boy.
Oh, and I would want to try and see if I could get any crewmen like that were already back on the ship to help.
Yeah, there's a couple of them, and they'll be glad to help. Like, if you tell them there's alcohol, they're going. Alright. Boots, as you're making your way back down, you wind up tripping on a blanket that you didn't see that is dangling off of Scous's doorknob. I mean, like, full-on face planting on the deck, tripping.
Can I make a perception check?
Boots is gonna...
I really want to know that happened.
Nope.
Just gonna kind of, like, look around and check that nobody saw that. And then I'm gonna stand up and have a closer look.
Wait, Ix, make a perception check.
Oh, fuck.
Scouse, make a perception check at disadvantage.
I saw that.
I did too. Yeah, you're good. Nobody saw you, Boots. Wait, oh wait,
Great.
wait. There's one other roll that's got to be made here.
Oh no, is it Nelson's?
Yeah, and I'm gonna do it public for you.
What about the weasel?
Oh boy.
Nope, Nilsa didn't. She and the weasel are too busy having fun playing games. By playing games, I mostly mean the weasel is desperately trying to get back to this blanket, and Nilsa is like just grabbing it and pulling it back.
You'd think they'd be playing Pop Goes the Weasel.
No. Anyways, continue.
There's no joke I can make relevant to her condition that's working. Just know that I thought of several horrible jokes and said no.
Yeah, same.
I guess I'm going to stand up, given that my pride is not conspicuously injured, and have a closer look at this blanket that's on Scouse's door.
Yeah, it's been tied to his door, no less. Also, you know, it smells like sweaty sailor.
Boy, Scouse is gonna love having 2 blankets.
Poor Ix.
Maybe it means he wants it washed.
Oh. Boots has just come to a terrible, terrible conclusion.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just going to look horrified for a second with nobody to see, and then flee at full speed.
Yeah, away you go. Ix, you do hear, outside of your room, Ix, you do hear this thump of Boots running away.
I'm gonna peek out the door.
Make a perception check. Yeah, so you spot Boots just running up the stairs in one direction. You look the other direction, and you see a blanket tied to a door. Scouse's door. Nothing particularly special there.
That's weird. Okay. I'm just gonna go back and...
It's about then that you realize your blanket is missing.
Fuck? Where'd my blanket go? I was using that. Wait a minute. I'm gonna try to... I'm gonna see if I can figure... That thief! I'm gonna run back up the stairs where I saw Boots.
Boots, where are you heading?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably heading for the side of the ship to throw up off it.
All right. So, Ix, you run up the stairs after him, and you find him on the main deck, rushing towards the edge of the deck.
Well, good. I want to run after it.
You run after him just in time to see him, dry heave over the side.
Oh, what? You got sick after being a thief, huh?
This is just gonna turn and give him a confused expression.
Oh,
Thief?
you
What?
know what you did.
Are you talking... What?
You!
I didn't do anything, man. I just got back here. I've been out to lunch.
I just got back and my blanket was gone, and I'm pretty sure that it's on Scouse's door where you just came running.
Yeah, because I didn't want to hear the sound of Scouse fucking whoever.
What? Why would he be putting my blanket on his doorknob for that?
It's Scouse. Who knows why the fuck he does anything?
So you're sure it wasn't you that took my blanket and wrapped it around Scouse's door?
I'll be honest, I assumed that was Scouse's blanket.
If it was Scouse's blanket, wouldn't he want it on his bed while he does the deed?
Well, maybe he stole your blanket then, I don't know.
Nah, now when I run back, Scouse.
Scouse, how deep a sleeper are you?
I don't know. Medium sleeper.
Medium sleeper. There's been a ton of running around and yelling and hollering. You probably hear your name being called.
I'm gonna pretend I don't hear it.
Okay. What are you gonna do, Ix?
I'm gonna untie my blanket from his door.
Okay, you untie the blanket from his door. That it?
And which way does the door open?
In.
At least he's learned to ask that question.
It opens in, towards, away from where you are.
I'm gonna take the dagger that I have in my inventory and jam it in between the fucking door and the wall
Okay.
to block it from opening.
You can't.
Opens
No,
inwards.
it opens inwards. You can't jam it from this side.
Go get a plank of repair materials and nails. Just.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take out a piton and my hammer and start fucking using a piton to try and like nail the door closed with a big.
Didn't you do that from the ends? Never mind, we're all idiots.
You know what? Sure.
I think he wants to use it as a big
So you
nail.
pull out a piton and a hammer and start hammering into the doorway. Scouse, you hear a massive loud banging on your door. Nilsa opens the door and is clutching this weasel that is like wildly desperately trying to get out of her arms. And she's like, "What are you doing?"
Well, I'm pretty sure that is that a weasel?
Yeah. It's the strangest thing. It's been trying to steal blankets all day.
You mean? Ah, shit.
Scouse, are you still ignoring the loud pounding that just happened on your door?
Yes, Scout's gonna pull Ix blanket over his head.
Okay. Well, he was trying to get into Scouse's room, and then Boots opened the door to let him in, and then he went in and he stole the blanket, and then he took the blanket out and took it to Becca's room, and then I don't really understand why, but Becca threw it out like it was trash, and then I took the weasel to try and get it to calm down, but it hasn't calmed down, and now you have, I guess, the blanket. I think that's Scouse's blanket.
Then where's my blanket?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look at the weasel. I'm gonna glare at the weasel.
The weasel glares
Where's
back.
my blanket? Where's my blanket, weasel?
It's about here that she loses control, and the weasel leaps across and tries to grab onto the blanket that's in your arms.
You little... You know what? Fine, take it. I don't care. You take it. I'm gonna drop the blanket and let him take it.
The weasel tumbles to the ground and grabs the blanket in its teeth and starts desperately pulling it towards Becca's room. The blanket is much too big for the weasel, but it's trying.
If I may, I'd like to have Boots go back out. I want to have him talk to the harbor master briefly.
Sure.
I would like to have him stumble across this shit show on his way out.
Well, if you're on deck, you won't, because you're gonna go from the deck to the harbor. They're down below deck.
I'll stop by my room first to put my loot away.
Sure. On your way below deck. On your way below deck, you find Nilsa and Ix staring at a weasel dragging a blanket across the floor.
Why is there a weasel now?
This is the weasel from earlier, remember? You let it in?
Oh, gods, I do remember. Oh, no. What? No, what? Why did... I'm too tired for this. I am much too tired for Sky's bullshit right now. This is not my problem.
How did your date go, by the
Fuck
way?
this. What was that, sorry?
How did your date go, by the way?
Oh, I guess it was a date. I guess she did. It went well, thank you.
Oh,
yeah.
Of course you got a date.
Well, I didn't realize it was going to be like a date.
Really? You? Oh, of course you did.
Believe it or not, Ix, some of us can meet women and not try to get into their pants.
I'm just gonna put my hands up and look to Nilsa. Have I tried to get in your pants?
Nilsa doesn't fucking count. She's
then,
off limits.
On that note, she just turns around and goes back into her room and closes the door.
But there's still a weasel there.
There is still a weasel there, yes.
That was insensitive of me. I should go apologize.
You should.
I'm going to go to Nilsa's room and politely
Meanwhile,
knock.
Becca and Rourke
Yo.
make your way to a lovely red building with a mock lighthouse on top, a water wheel. Doors closed.
The mirror is huge.
Oh, okay.
Knocks on the door.
Yeah, and he opens the door. What do you want? Oh, it's you again.
Yeah, come here for my, like...
Are you sure you didn't cheat?
Becca doesn't even know how to answer. Like, she's seriously just squinting at him, like...
Are you accusing one of my officers of cheating?
No, I'm asking.
No, well, that's different then. Did you cheat, Becca? No, she didn't cheat.
You think I have a scout?
What's a scout?
Don't worry about it. I didn't.
Alright. Prove it.
How?
Let's do it again.
Hang on, I gotta beat this guy at arm... Because, like, fine, I have to beat him at arm wrestling. Hang on.
Heads over to the table again. Mainland rules this time.
I don't even know what the difference is.
Alright, so sailor's rules you can use both hands. Mainland rules you only got one hand.
Oh, okay.
Alright?
What about underwater rules?
What?
Underwater rules.
I don't
You
know.
have to hold your breath.
What? Alright, I'll hold my breath. Let's do this.
What the fuck?
Go ahead, make it
Just fucking goes with it.
Oh god.
And you just like grab his hand and just slam it into the table instantly. Ow! Ah, jeez, I wasn't ready. That doesn't count.
I think you took a breath.
Well, yeah, because I was, setting up to hold my breath. I took a breath, and I was going to hold my breath, and then you just I wasn't ready.
Okay, but if I do it again, I get half off the ale.
I can't give you half off.
Give me one of them for free.
The good one.
No. Cheap one.
Alright, the cheap one.
Alright, let's do this. Okay, I'm ready.
Crit.
Slams your hand down. Ha!
I would.
I did
excuse
it!
me.
What? Huh?
Excuse me. I would like to use inspiration for him to reroll.
Okay.
Ooh.
Best use of inspiration is back.
Oh, you want me to reroll?
I want you to reroll, not I to reroll. I want. Oh, wow, that was just such a inspiration. Oh, I hate it when that happens.
He strains a little bit and pushes your hand down. Ha! I got it. Under the sea rules. Not a problem.
Hey, this guy's pretty good, Becca.
That's why I keep wrestling him. Otherwise, I just ignore it.
Alright, so you wanted 3 barrels of, I don't think you cheated. I think you're just strong. So you wanted 3 barrels of the cheap swill, and then one barrel of the good shit.
Right.
Right, okay. That was, I said 90 gold?
That's what I got. So
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. So let's go get your barrels. And all your boys here, good you got them, because these things are heavy. And he'll take the gold and get you 3 barrels of cheap shit and a barrel of good shit. And he's got them laid out to make it easier for you to take them out, but 1 Becca is not quite enough to move one of these alone.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, 1 Becca and 1 sailor can do it, or 3 sailors can do it.
Dang.
Are you sure? Because I count as large for capacity.
Yes, I'm sure. Let's go. That's
we got
my
a
point.
lot of grog.
Yeah. These are big ass barrels. But you guys start rolling them back to the ship. Meanwhile, Boots, you were knocking on Nils's door. Ix, what are you doing in the meanwhile?
I'm just gonna walk up to this weasel.
This weasel, which is desperately trying to pull this blanket along.
I'll poke the weasel.
Yeah, the weasel turns and snaps at you. Tries to bite you.
Hey. Stop that, you little... What are you, anyway? You're not a weasel.
Sky, how long are you staying out?
So, Sky has no idea that any of this is happening.
None.
And he has no other plans for today. So, he was just going to wander around until he gets bored. So how about I just
Don't you need to pick up your stuff? Or did you already do that? The boards and stuff?
He actually did that.
He already did that.
Oh, okay.
So Sky's going to stay out basically until he gets hungry. So probably, since he left in the morning, probably for late, after lunch, but not the evening.
So, okay. Not too much longer then.
Yeah. And if that happens and he hasn't found anyone, then he's just going to bury one of the little jars of honey.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah, you poke it. It bites at you. Meanwhile, the door to Nilsa's room opens and she peers out through a crack. Yes?
I think that's you, Boots.
Did we lose Gav?
Sorry, got distracted by a thing.
Nilsa.
Where are we?
Nilsa has opened her door and is peering out through just a crack in the doorway. Yes?
I'm sorry for my earlier comment. That was insensitive of me.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Yeah, well, anyway. See ya.
Oh, okay. Bye. And you turn around and spot Ix poking at a weasel.
Ix, stop poking your goddamn weasel in public.
What? It's not a weasel. Look, it's too smart for this.
I love that you came to the opposite conclusion.
Yeah, it's probably one of Sky's things.
Oh, really?
Have you not seen him do that thing where he summons the animals?
Oh, he can do that. That's cool.
I mean, I guess.
Why is he not one of them?
It's Sky.
That's true, yeah.
Why wouldn't he tell a weasel to fuck with Scouse?
I love that Booth just sees this happening and knows who did it and what they did, why they did it, because it's Sky.
This is what happens when you grow up together.
I would call BS on that, except that I know that you two grew up together and it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, no, I'm not calling BS on that. It's 100% accurate.
You know, I've got just the thing for them.
Oh, Lord.
I have, for some reason, still, ever since we first, dealt with the red brands, had a red cloak and, 5 red bandanas sitting in my... I'm gonna get one of the bandanas out and try to put it on the weasel like a cape.
Yep. Weasel, like, the moment you get near the weasel, it starts to snap at you, but then it realizes you're not trying to stop it anymore, and it just, ignores you and goes back to trying to tug this thing. You, of course, briefly get in its way as you tie this red bandana around its neck like a cape, and now you have a caped weasel dragging a blanket.
Alright, little guy, you have fun with that.
It takes him a good
This is gonna,
5 minutes to get the rest of the way down the hall, but he'll get there.
I'm just gonna watch.
And then he reaches Becca's door, which is closed.
Back to smashing his head in.
And tries to smash his head into the door.
Boots is just gonna, look at Ix and it's like, do we open the door for it? I kind of feel bad just letting it bash its head like that.
I don't know, this is pretty quality entertainment. Not every day you get to watch a weasel just, headbutt a door.
Okay, but consider, if we open the door, we can watch it try and drag the blanket into the room.
Ix is gonna immediately open the door.
You open the door. The weasel, was completely not expecting that, and it was about to bash its head again. It tumbles into the room, turns around immediately, scrabbles for the blanket, grabs it in its teeth, starts dragging it in again. Another minute or so, and it's got it towards Becca's bed, and is trying desperately to haul this big-ass blanket up onto Becca's bed.
I'm gonna watch it for about 30 seconds, and then help it put the blanket up.
Once the blanket is up on the bed, the weasel just curls up on the blanket and just looks completely exhausted, panting, tired, and is just I'm so done with this.
I'm gonna offer it a little bit of my water skin.
It will drink from your water skin very gratefully.
There you go. I'm just gonna shrug and look at Boo. Well, what do we do now?
Well, I go and talk to the harbor master and see about getting some water for our trip. And I should see if there's anyone... Ooh. We need to hire on some extra crew if we can. Yeah, I'm gonna go see the...
Did the familiars last?
They actually only last 1 hour.
Now, well, today they're lasting longer because it's hilarious.
Yeah.
No regrets.
Real funny.
No regrets.
I had that thought earlier and then just was like, I don't care. This is funny.
That's what I did.
I'm just gonna chill out with this weasel then.
In Becca's room.
Well, I mean, eventually the weasel just poofs and vanishes, leaving behind a red bandana on top of a blanket.
Oh, yeah. That's neat.
A mysterious calling card.
I'm just gonna shrug and leave then.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not even picking up the bandana.
Yeah, the only problem is you go back to your room and there's still no blanket there. Meanwhile, Boots, you make it. You start to head down the gangway right as Sky is walking up. Sky, you do not have either of your shoulder weasels.
Yep. This guy's probably been, talking with them, singing songs, wandering around. And he's just coming back and he has no idea what's happened. I'll get rid of one of those.
Sky?
Hi, Boots!
Next time you send one of your little agents of chaos to torment Scouse, try not to let it splash back onto the entire rest of the crew.
Sky opens his mouth and seems to realize that asking for the story excitedly is not the right decision. But he has no idea what to say instead.
That's fine. I'm literally just going to walk away after saying that.
And you make your way down. The harbor master's not far. Like his office is pretty near, and you head inside. And he is currently busy poring over some paperwork. Looks up. How can I help you?
Two things. First, I'm looking for some water to provision our ship with.
Barreled?
What was that?
Barreled water?
Yeah.
How many days? How many crew?
Well,
Or how many
call it
barrels?
3 weeks to be safe. As far as number of crew, we've got 23 now, but I'm looking to hire on some more.
How many more?
Let me think. Call it. Not more than half a dozen.
Let me put it to you this way. Barrel will get you about a week on 20 crew.
Okay. And how much is it for a barrel?
Oh, it's not much. Couple gold. Maybe 5-10 gold.
Couple gold. Okay, so if I call it 25 crew for 3 weeks, that's 70. Call it so 2 weeks.
Math's not your strong suit, is it?
No, it is not.
Sounds like if you're gonna go 3 weeks that size crew, you'll need about 3.5, 4 barrel.
Right. Call it 5 barrels to be safe.
5 barrels makes sense. It'll cost you 5 barrels, so roughly 25 gold.
Sure.
What ship?
The warning shot.
Oh yeah, this is the Hagen Raider.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'll get you loaded up. 25 gold and I'll get you loaded.
Great. I will pull that out of my purse and hand that over.
Okay, yeah. He nods and says, I'll get my boys to load you up this afternoon.
Great. Other thing, I don't suppose that you know if there's any hopefuls or whatever waiting for a ship to sign up with?
So on this far water, there's always hopefuls waiting for a ship.
Just grab a half dozen orphans.
I'm not grabbing fucking orphans.
Worked out well for two of you.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we both turned out so well. Neither of us has any issues.
Yeah, but the issues weren't ship related. You guys had those.
Aren't they?
Just head to your local tavern, put up a notice. I'm sure you'll get plenty of hands.
Alright. Thank you for your time.
Certainly.
Can
Good
you
luck.
like come out as Becca's rolling all this alcohol?
Yeah, I'm sure. Like as you come out of the harbor master's office, you see Rourke and Becca and like 7 crewmen rolling 4 barrels towards the ship. Big barrels. Like the barrels are as big as Becca.
Oh, you bought grog?
No, we gotta make grog this stuff.
Becca said you send him out for grog. Send her out for grog.
I said that I would go out and get grog, and that Becca could come along. Is actually what I said.
Well, what you said was, I'm not here. Becca, go do it by not being here.
Those
I was bored.
are not. So go to a fucking tavern, get a drink.
But I've got plenty of drinks now.
Oh my god.
It's gotta be cheaper this way.
Alright, fine, great, cool, wonderful. Rourke, the ship owes me 25 gold. I bought water from the harbour master.
Oh, that's reasonable. Oh, also here, and he will pick out this key and give it to you. I got
What's
a
this
lock.
for?
I got a lock for the strong box.
Oh, that's surprisingly sensible of you.
Only you and I have the keys. That's not helpful, Becca.
Becca, you do understand what the point of having a lock is, right?
It's what do you call the one of them social contracts?
Right. You don't break the lock. No. Hear me out. You don't break the lock, and we don't give you any reason to break the lock.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
There we go. Okay, I'm going to go to a tavern
Is the
and
fact that I
see.
need gold and the chest is locked not a good reason to break the law?
That's not a good reason.
You could
That's
just
good reason.
ask us for one of the keys so that we can unlock it.
That takes so much longer, but okay, fine, I'll do it.
Well, okay.
That's the whole point of having.
You know what? We are not having this argument right here and right now. I am going to go see if I can hire on some crew. I will see you later.
Wait, more crew? Does that mean I need to go buy more alcohol?
No.
Okay, but if you buy the alcohol without me, I'm gonna be really upset because the dwarf is really fun to wrestle.
It wasn't a dwarf.
It's really bad. I mean, he's big.
To be fair, Becca and Rourke are not familiar with dwarves, except for the captain. So maybe he was just a
He
short
was
dwarf.
big.
He's got the same proportions as the captain, therefore he's a dwarf.
I suppose it could have been a big dwarf.
Was the captain smaller?
A big dwarf.
He's a little short.
You suppose
for a
he could
dwarf.
be a big dwarf?
The way you're talking is starting to make me feel offended.
Becca, if I have ever offended you, then it is through no fault of your own. And I'm just going to walk away and leave her to parse that one.
She just eventually just starts rolling the thing again.
Okay. Everybody load the ship.
So who's back on the ship while all this is happening? Because Sky wants to, like, creep up to someone and ask, hey,
I'm on the ship.
what happened while I was gone? I think
Yeah.
that's Ix.
So Ix or Nilsa or Scouse.
Scouse is in his room. Nilsa, I think, is also in her room?
I'm pretty sure Ix is in his room.
I'm
Oh.
probably just wandering around aimlessly at this point looking for a free blanket.
Alright, it's Ix then. Hey, Ix. What happened while I was gone?
Well, we found a weasel, and it was trying to move a blanket onto Becca's bed.
No, keep going.
And the weasel, like, Nilsa kind of picked it up and walked off with it, and then somehow it got away and got the blanket, and my blanket went missing. I don't know what the fuck happened. I think it maybe stole Scott's blanket and put it on Becca's bed, but then he poofed and disappeared after I put a bandana around him and he finished his thing.
Okay. Why was Boots upset then? That all sounds fine to me.
I know, it sounds interesting, right? He seemed all annoyed about it. He's a weirdo.
Yeah. But he's my weirdo.
You know, I was really tempted to just throw him overboard at first because I thought that he had stolen my blanket.
The weasel, not Boots.
No, Boots. I thought Boots stole my blanket, and I was really tempted to just toss him off, but he managed to talk me out.
Don't do that to Boots.
Well, if he steals my blanket, I'm going to.
Don't do that for blanket stealing either.
I mean, I wasn't going to throw the weasel overboard. Well, okay, maybe if he'd stuck around a bit longer, I was going to see if he could fly with me.
Because he has a cape?
Yeah.
I mean, that's reasonable.
On the one hand, I'm not sure that analogy works in this world. On the other hand, I don't care.
This guy just sort of peers suspiciously at Ix now.
What?
You threatened to throw my friend and my weasel overboard.
No, I wouldn't throw the weasel overboard. I'd, get up on the crow's nest or... Shit, I don't have one of those in this shit. I guess I'd climb up on something.
That's so much better. Instead of throwing it overboard, you're just going to throw it from a high place onto the deck of the ship.
This ship does have not a lot of good high places. No, don't throw my weasels, unless it's really cool and it's something soft.
It would be really cool though.
The door.
Yeah.
The door to Nilsa's room opens. Those are your weasels?
Yes.
Why was it banging its head against Scous's door?
Reasons. So Scouse stole a silver piece, sort of, kind of, like from the ground, but it was stealing, and so. But when I summoned cats, he didn't really have anything interesting, so I asked for volunteers, and one of the weasels was volunteered, so basically I just asked them to find something from Scous's room to steal and put in Becca's room as revenge for him stealing a silver piece from the ground from me from fairies.
I don't think it
from
worked.
the house.
He just went and stole Ix's blanket instead.
Wait, he stole my blanket?
Well, yeah.
Are you gonna throw Scouse overboard?
I am gonna walk over to his room, pull the piton back out, and resume hammering it into the fucking door.
Ix! What are you doing?
Making sure Scouse can't leave his room.
But the door opens inward.
Then, I don't know, I'm just doing this for fun.
It's really loud.
Alright, I'll stop. And I put the piton and hammer away, having again failed to do anything with it.
Guy looks thoughtful and wanders off above deck. I would like to...
I said, grog.
Yeah, where a ton of barrels of grog are being rolled onto the ship.
Sky's going to stay out of the way of the barrels and use shape water to get some seawater in, like, this blob that he sort of has float up and follow him down to Scous's room.
Okay.
Where he has it flow around the edges of the door and then freeze solid.
Ooh, that's cool.
Work is going to instruct the crew to finish loading the barrels and then follow Find Sky, because this looks interesting.
Yeah. So you come down and find Nilsa and Ix and Sky freezing the edges of the door to Scous's room.
What is going on here?
It's like winter. It's going to be frozen shut. Because the hammer was too loud. Like an hour.
You realize he's the first mate, right?
Yeah?
Okay, just wondering if you knew.
Why are we doing this?
Because Scouse stole a silver piece from... Well, okay, so... I tried to get revenge on Scouse for stealing a silver piece from me from the floor from fairies, but it didn't work, and so I tried again and asked for volunteers, and I got a volunteer, but he stole Ix's blanket, so it didn't really work again. So, now I'm trying this, because Ix was trying to hammer the door shut, but that's really loud. So I'm going to freeze it shut.
How did you steal a silver piece from fairies? Where are fairies?
Speaking of, I think Scous's blanket is on your bed again, Becca.
Ah, Becca runs off.
Ew.
Becca
So yeah,
comes back
what's
out.
this about? Fairies?
Yeah.
Becca comes back out. She's like holding it on like.
Remember, there's also the red bandana there.
So she's got Scous's blanket on the end of a javelin on one hand and like fucking the bandana on the other hand, looking at it like, what in the actual fuck?
So, wait, is that why you leave money?
Sorta. I mean, it's one reason, but it's also like a host-guest thing. It depends.
I thought the house was just hungry.
Well, I mean, some houses have house spirits instead. Maybe. Probably. I don't know if all of them are fairies. You know,
Okay,
it's just,
so-
it's good luck to do it anyway.
Why is Scous's blanket on my bed? She's asking this gym
No.
to everyone.
No.
The weasel put it there.
Scous's first
Why
mate.
was there a weasel that put a blanket on my bed?
It's
Because
not
it doesn't have-
Scous's blanket, because Scous's first mate, and with Boots off ship and the quartermaster gone, that means the duties would fall to him. So he reappropriated Ix's blanket, which means that's actually Ix's blanket that was on your bed.
He wasn't even stealing it?
That's not my blanket. I think.
Becca
Well, yeah,
has
you gotta
a
reassemble.
perception, and from here she can tell that this is not your blanket because it does not smell at all like your blanket.
No,
I'm-
what
I'm
we're saying
pretty
is
sure this
it is
Scous's blanket.
it is now Paul's blanket.
Rourke,
Yes.
that's bullshit.
Well, of course it is. Are you going to tell Scouts that?
I mean, that's what I was about to ask before Nilsa told me that this thing was on my bed. I was just gonna be like, if you have a problem with Scouts, why don't you just hit him?
You guys are fine to have that interaction on the docks, off of the ship. But on the ship, he can shoot us in the back at any point.
Are you really
So
telling them
that's-
to take it outside?
Scouts can at any point shoot us in the back. So therefore, that's Paul's new blanket.
I look at Paul and I'm like,
I take the blanket and I take the blanket and walk
I
outside.
do pulled out the javelin blanket thing to him.
I'm gonna take the blanket, go outside with it.
However, I suggest you talk to Boots about it. He's the quartermaster.
No, you know what I think? Wait, there was a weasel. Whose weasel was? Why do we have a weasel? When did we get a weasel?
I summoned the weasel. I summoned 3 weasels, but only one of them actually wanted to steal the blanket. Or well,
Well, what
steal
happened-
it.
You're responsible, Becca says, pointing like a big finger at.
Sky immediately climbs to the highest place that's here, but I don't think the ceiling is that high.
It's really not. Nilsa actually chimes in. Also, Boots opened the door.
Becca's other.
Oh, you little rat!
What? I thought.
Wait,
Well,
well, he's not there, so...
I opened.
I'm not there to actually say.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, then I didn't point at him because he's not there.
Well, you see,
Boots opened the
therefore...
door to Scous's room, and then, since he seemed to want it to work, I opened the door to your room. I'm sorry, I didn't... I still don't really understand what's going on.
Well, if the quartermaster is aware of it all, then it's perfectly fine.
I have a solution to all this.
I have a solution to all this.
I'm gonna go to Boots' room now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna toss this blanket on Boots' bed and take Boots' blanket.
Uh-huh. And, I mean, let's be honest here. Boots' blanket probably smells the nicest of all the blankets here.
Boots has Presty.
Does he have Presty? I know that Sky does.
I don't think so, but, you know, Boots is a bit...
He does not.
He's a bit Boots.
But
Boots probably has
Boots is
Sky
probably
do
the
it.
person who cares the most about his personal hygiene of our officers.
Exactly.
So.
Boots is a bit Boots. And so
Yeah.
that's why.
There, he
Well,
can
it
fix
was still
this.
on my bed, so the quartermaster should go be a quartermaster and go buy me a blanket.
Do you already have a blanket?
I want a blanket that hasn't had Scous's blanket on it.
Well, that's fair. Why don't you just swap with one of the crew?
If I could, that blanket, and she points at the one in Ix's hand, hasn't had Scous's blanket on it.
I'm not gonna take it from Ix. He's been abused enough today.
No, that's
What? No.
Boots'
No,
blanket.
you
He
take
could have
this
your
one,
blanket.
I'll take your blanket.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, Rourke, you want to swap blankets?
No.
I'll swap blankets with you, Sky.
Sure, everybody else is doing it. Hang on, I'll go get it. And Sky goes off to his room and grabs his blanket and brings it over and hands it to Nilsa.
And Nilsa will trade her blanket for it.
Alright. Sky just holds on to that blanket.
Rourke has just remembered he really needs to get a lock for his door. So he's gonna go back.
Whose original blanket? Whose actual blanket does Becca now have?
Becca now has Boots' blanket. Ix now has Becca's blanket. Boots
Scouse
now
has
has
Ix's
Scouse's
blanket.
and and Scouse has
I've
X's
added
blanket.
Boots' blanket to my inventory.
All right. And
I can't
Scouse
believe it got better.
and Scouse, you're just like willfully ignoring all of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, and I'm gonna make sure everybody knows to take it easy with Scouse because he had to get a potion for some personal problem.
That what he was doing?
Yeah, I guess he hasn't been feeling quite up to it, if you know what I mean.
Well, I guess I know why he didn't care that I stayed outside.
That explains why he was shooting unarmed prisoners. He's got to feel big.
At this note,
Oh my god.
Nilsa returns to her room.
Oh.
Scouse, are you gonna drink that potion tonight?
Yes, before bed.
Before bed that you've been in this whole time?
This was a pre-bedtime nap.
Oh, okay.
Also, it was brutally interrupted repeatedly by my uncouth crewmates.
Banging on the door with their pitons.
I'm pretty sure the only reason that Scouse even knows the word uncouth is that people keep describing him with it.
Alright,
He thinks it's a compliment. He's just being nice.
I will ask, does anybody else have anything else you want to do in Fallwater before you leave the next day?
What is that?
We're supposed to get new crew, right?
Gav is off recruiting
Yes,
some
Boots
crew.
is on that.
Alright,
What is that in Becca's shoulder?
I think it's a mug of ale.
Could be
Oh,
coffee.
gotcha.
Or coffee.
Is I tried looking for a magic shop already, right? And there wasn't one.
Correct.
Okay.
Alright, Boots, let's just have you make a diplomacy check.
That sounds nice and simple. I can do that. You mean persuasion, right?
I do, yes.
I was about to say, this is 5e.
Oh.
Nice.
Diplomacy check.
You managed to find 5 willing crew.
Great. We have 5 more crew. I will add that to the warning shot.
Yep.
Hooray.
All untrained, unskilled laborers. Yeah.
we're like at we're actually.
I
coming
assume
up
that
to-
recruiting like skilled crew would be like role playing with other characters, whereas this
Yeah.
is just kind of more abstractable.
Yeah. Also, I will note that evening, around the end of what would normally be supper time, Nars makes his way back to the ship. He's a little more.
Oh, good! I think we all forgot about him!
He's a little more black and blue than when he left, but he is wearing a shit-eating grin.
Becca
Wow.
immediately walks over to him and goes, "Did you have fun?"
Yeah! This part's amazing! It's huge!
Alright. That's all. Becca's like, yeah, that's fine.
He's like, his eyes are like bloodshot and red and super wide.
What the fuck has this kid been doing?
Did you
Do
want to
I
get
even
paid?
want to know?
What?
Did you want to get paid?
I get paid?
You ran off before you could get your money.
I'm supposed to have money?
What's he been doing in town with no money?
Nilsa walks by and drops a small little bag in front of him and says, "I collected your money for you." Thanks, sis! I have money? He kind of peers into the bag. Oh man, this would have made things so much easier yesterday.
Would have made what easier?
Nothing. Thanks. I'm gonna go to my rack thing, place I sleep.
Hey, before you
Huh?
go, I got something for you, stupid.
Oh, okay.
No, really, I got you a thing, like when I was out in town yesterday.
Okay.
It's cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him the wrapped, like, package of Knights in Paint.
Wow, you got me a package. Wait, there's probably something in the package. Starts tearing off the wrapping. Oh my gosh, you got me like little metal figures. These are really cool. And paint. This is so cool. Where am I supposed to keep it? I don't have a place to keep anything on this ship.
Your room.
I don't have a room.
He doesn't have a room?
No.
Really?
He sleeps with the crew.
We only have so many rooms.
Everybody else is hot about that.
I'm gonna like elbow him and like, maybe you should ask your sister.
That's a good idea. Nilsa! Yes. Can I keep these in your room and play with them there sometimes when I'm not working? Yes. You're the best, sis! Thanks, Captain.
Wow, Nilsa is way more patient with her brother than my sibling was with me at that age.
Are you sure you guys related?
Huh? Yeah, she's my sister.
I totally say that to Nilsa.
Oh, she's like, sometimes I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna quietly shake my head a bit. Nilsa, you're a saint.
No, he's just all I've got left.
Wow, what a buzzkill.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say, not anymore.
I'm not there.
Now you got us.
So you're saying that he's all she's got left?
Nars, like, considers these toys for a moment and then goes, I think I'm gonna go put these in your room, Nelsa, and then I'm gonna go. I haven't slept. I think. I'm gonna go sleep.
Wow.
Bye. He runs off.
He reminds me a lot of Sky.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Sky?
Nilsa
Yeah.
like, stares at Sky for a moment and then shakes her head and goes back to working on dinner.
Did I ever
Yeah.
hear the bit about weasels flying? Because I think they were having that. When was that discussion had?
Sky was asking Ix/Paul about what had happened.
Okay, so she wasn't there yet. Then.
Yeah, that was before you returned.
You know, I bet we could get a potion from Holst to grow some fur for him.
You hear this strange, like, explosion somewhere in the distance.
You go.
You know, I bet that little guy just killed himself.
He told us what would happen.
I think we should go.
No, he told us what would happen if we made him do the voice again.
I wasn't gonna actually go get him. I was just indicating that since we said the kid already was like Sky, we could give him some fur too.
Anyways.
Speaking of Sky, if any of your little furry friends find their way into my room again when I'm not there, you won't have to worry about climbing up into corners because I'm going to hang you from the mast by your tail. I'm really good at tying knots. And then Becca just walks back to her room.
Sounds really uncomfortable.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Wait, does she know that people don't float in air though? Becca, people don't float in air.
I know.
You're just lucky you're a cat. The last guy she tied his tail into a knot did not actually have a tail.
Excuse me, Captain?
Aye?
Can I talk to you?
Of course.
In private?
Sure. Come to my room.
She'll follow you.
What can I help you with?
I know I've only been with your crew for 2 weeks now, and I'm really grateful that you guys have given me a cabin, but I feel like I'm just being a burden most of the time.
Did you have a suggestion to change that?
Well, I don't know, but I mean, I'm not. I've noticed your crew doesn't seem very well educated.
That's mostly true, yeah. Becca and I grew up underwater.
Oh no, I didn't mean the officers, sir. I meant the crew. You know, like my brother and Edwin and Roderick, those crew.
Well, they do their best.
I know, but I think I could be of more help.
You want to teach the crew?
If that's what you think I would be best at.
Well, did you have a suggestion? I don't
know. I don't really know all the positions on a ship, but I'm a very fast learner, and I've got a lot of knowledge, and I would be happy to help wherever you think is best.
I see. You're offering to step up. Well, judging from today, we might need a new first mate.
I hope not.
Yeah, I think we can arrange something.
Thank you. I don't like drawing pay without doing work, and I know I've been cooking, but I feel like that's not much.
It is helpful, though. But yeah, we can definitely discuss it and find some more duties for you. And I think it's very admirable of you to step up.
Thank you, Captain.
And I won't put you in any position that I don't think you can do. So if you think that you're not able to do it, I have faith in you.
I'd be willing to try anything once.
Don't let Paul hear you say that.
Oh.
She just kind of grimaces. Anyways, I need to get back to cleaning up the kitchen.
Do you have any idea what you would be interested in?
Oh, well, maybe, navigating or, keeping a lookout or, I guess I could help with, well, I don't really know.
How's your eyes?
As good as far as I know.
Well, right now, we've only really got scouts for a lookout, so we could use an extra one. And Sky and I handle navigating, but we can't both be there all the time. So maybe apprenticing you in those positions wouldn't be bad.
I'd appreciate that. I also might be able to help Becca with, you know, taking care of the crew. You know, when there's injuries.
It can be a dangerous position.
I understand.
You often have to do it in the middle of a fight.
Well, I understand, but it's... I mean, no more danger than I'm in just hiding in my room like a coward.
Okay.
We could have her apprenticed for self-defense as well, though that would probably take longer to pay off.
I'll discuss it with the other officers, and I'll get back to you.
Thank you, Captain. And she heads out. It's about now that a very tipsy Boots comes making his way up the gangway. Boots, make a dexterity check.
Oh boy. About to have one very drunk and very wet bard. Just a dexterity check.
Just a check. You guys all, everybody on the ship can hear this bawdy tavern song being sung by 6 male voices, one of which is, you know, very nice, pristine tenor. It's Boots. A little slurry as he stumbles his way up onto the ship. Boots, you manage to keep your balance, mostly, as you make your way onto the ship. Only have to grab the railing briefly, once.
Silver and gold, my jolly, jolly gold. I want some more gold. Captain has some gold, and we're gonna get some gold. And there's lots of goldy gold.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and there's 6 of them singing that, and they're all worse than him.
Oh no, it's
Is it contagious? Wait, I'm a doctor. I should know.
6 drunken sailors come aboard.
This guy starts singing along.
not you two.
We got some crew, and they are our crew. We're gonna get some gold. And we've got lots of crew, and we've got lots of gold. Oh, hey, Sky.
Hi, Boots!
I got crew.
Yes, you did. They're very loud.
And they can
Yeah.
already sing!
Yeah. Hey, I will not hear a bad word against the singing of my fine drinking companions.
Becca walks up and puts her fingers in his ear and then says that they're all bad. And then pulls her fingers out.
Don't do that.
Next time I'll do it with water.
Rourke is gonna come
Are you
up on
always
the
this
deck.
mean?
Only when you wake
Why
me
do
up.
we have a big blue mean lady, Sky? What's the big blue mean lady for?
She fixes the
Catching
boat.
you up.
Can we get someone less big and blue and mean to fix the boat?
Are you drunk, Mr. Boots?
I would never. I would never with the alcohol during the date. Yes, I am quite drunk.
Do you think that's attitude becoming of an officer?
Of this boat, yes.
Well, I'm an officer, and it is an attitude that I have, so I would have to say yes.
All right, then get me a drink.
Yeah, drinks. Let's go back to the tavern. I'm gonna have some more drinks.
Welcome to the crew, you lot.
They all cheer and ask, "Where's the bunks? We're tired."
Monks! Yes, the monks are below. I will show you the monks.
The bunks!
The bunks, the bunks, the bunks, the bunks.
Yeah, and they all join in and conga line their way downstairs.
Right past Scous's room.
Right past Scous's room. Meanwhile, Scouse. It's getting on to bedtime.
Okay.
You want to take your potion?
Yes.
Alright. So you pull out your potion. It is still multicolored. And you unstopper it and make a Constitution saving throw. Do you know what a durian is?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It smells like a durian. You
Nice.
like it. You smell it and nearly lose your dinner immediately. You manage to keep it down, barely.
Should have got it the minting one.
I think this is the minty one.
No, that's the healing potions.
Oh.
You gonna drink it?
Scout is gonna look in the mirror. It'll be worth it. And yes, he's gonna drink it.
All right, you chug that sucker down, and then you look in the mirror and you immediately see little bits of hair starting to grow on your chin.
Well, this can't go wrong. Everything's going fine so far.
You gonna stand and wait for it to finish growing, or are you gonna sleep and see what you look like in the morning?
I'll go to sleep, but also, before Scout goes to bed, he needs to practice his crossbow.
Okay. What does that mean?
He got a new crossbow that he's not proficient with, and he needs to practice with it.
No.
So he's gonna make a little target on the wall and shoot it a bit, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make a couple dexterity checks. See how you do. Yeah, and you can hear a massive amount of raucous singing, by the way. But yeah, you shoot that crossbow pretty well, despite all the horrific singing and the sound of Nars yelling at them to shut up. He's trying to sleep, and
This is Scout's favorite song.
yeah, and but yeah, you shoot that crossbow pretty well. You're feeling pretty good about it. Check one last time in the mirror. It's definitely starting to grow in all the right areas.
Nice.
You got that nice, slowly thickening shadow right around there. You are pretty confident that come morning, that is going to be an amazing goatee. Does anybody else want to do it?
It's not even a beard potion. It's specifically a goatee potion.
It is specifically a goatee potion. Does anybody else want to do anything this evening?
I do want to have Boots notice the sudden awfulness of his blanket, but I feel like he's drunk enough that that's going to wait for the morning.
Yeah, that's going to have to wait. Anybody else? All right.
No.
So you all settle in for your last evening in port with plans to leave the next morning. You've got all the stuff loaded. You're just about ready to go. Scouse, you wake up in the morning and, of course, check your beard first thing, right?
Of course.
I have good news and I have bad news for you. The
Okay.
good news is it is exactly the right shape. The bad news is it is 6 different colors. None of them are natural.
Beautiful.
Somebody's redrawing Scout's beard, I see.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Does he have a mirror to see this?
He's got a tint. He's got something in his room he can use to pretend to be a mirror.
Best deal ever.
Make sure
This is
there's
the best deal
purple.
in the
There
history
needs to
of
be
trade
purple,
deals.
by the way.
I'm looking for a good purple. I don't like any of these purples. I guess this will do.
I'm not sure about that white. Seems kind of boring.
Scout's gonna turn his collar up to hide his goatee and go look for some shoe polish.
I appreciate Scout's dedication to the goatee.
Are you guys casting off this morning?
I mean, I don't think we have anything else to do in town.
Yeah, we have everything we need.
Yeah, and Scouse, being an acknowledged late sleeper, you come out in time for the ship to be leaving port.
Okay.
And off you guys go, and you guys have managed to make an entire session out of nothing, so it's an hour early, but I'm going to end here and use this as extra prep time.
Alright.
I hope you guys had fun. I certainly had fun.
Oh, yeah.
listening to all of this
Absolutely.
nonsense.
That was a delight of a session.
That was
I
pretty.
did it fun, but I would like to discuss Nosa before we go.
Go for it. So you can call a crew meeting as you guys get
sure.
underway.
Call a crew meeting as we get on the way and say that Nelsa has offered to step up and do more work around the crew. Would like
Has-
to be in a position to help out.
Has Scouse concealed the color of his goatee?
There's not shoe polish on this ship, so I don't know what he's going to do for that.
Cole.
I mean,
Yeah.
Does anybody have coal on their sheet?
No.
Tar from the repair materials?
I was about to say, there is tar.
There
There's
is
gotta be
tar.
I still have 2 sticks of charcoal in my.
You could also just make soot.
True.
There's
Probably
black
sit in the
powder.
kitchen.
All right, so let's go with this. So let's go with this. Do you have disguise kit proficiency?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
So then here's what I want you to do. I want you to make a charisma check at disadvantage.
You could ask Boots for help. He has disguise kit proficiency.
All right. Anybody,
That's not bad.
Anybody with a passive perception higher than 10 can tell that he has his beard is not. He has done an okay job of covering it, but it's not perfect.
Oh, so not quite as bad as I've drawn it in.
No, it's a little better than that, but it's still.
Hey, nice beards.
Hey, thanks, man. I've been working on it for a while.
Yeah, that's about right, Chris. There you go.
Because Rourke does not have a passive perception higher than 10.
Mine's 11.
15, baby.
15.
Sky has got 14.
Yeah, all three of you can tell that that beard is slightly colorful beneath the soot.
So we can, out of character, we can put her in 2 positions, right?
Yeah.
Well, first, I guess I should say, is everyone okay with making her an officer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we want her to be? Do we want her to be a backup lookout, navigator, surgeon, lookout and surgeon maybe?
I think I'm the only surgeon, so if she's got any kind of proficiency, then that's probably a good space for her.
So,
Well, does she though?
I mean, I can probably figure that out. I have pretty good medical proficiency. I can tell if she's, like, full of shit.
We can also
Well,
train
I
her.
think the idea is that she's going to be learning some of whatever she's doing.
Right.
I mean,
So-
I learned medicine by taking people apart. She can learn medicine by taking people apart.
for her travel role, I think we do want Shipman, the jack of all trades thing, because she's apprenticing, which basically means that she gives an extra bonus when she assists people. Though I don't know, that doesn't look like what we've been doing for assistance, so I don't know what that would actually mean. Travel rule shipment is under the first mate card.
I feel like we could probably assign her to start with as a second lookout and surgeon, and then, if she wants to try something else, or if we want to have her doing something else, then later we can move her around. That sound reasonable?
Yeah, I agree with that. Anybody who doesn't like that idea?
Yeah, I just fixed first mate. Chris, you were
Sounds
right.
fine.
That's not what we've been doing. Alright, so
Nice.
you're gonna have Nilsa do what now?
I say,
Lookout and surgeon. Oh,
I
what?
say we should have her as shipman and surgeon.
I
So
think,
she's
I think
most-
getting somebody to keep their eyes open is going to be easier than anything else.
I don't know that we can
Everybody
have
has eyes.
a second first mate, though.
Well, the travel rolls and the combat rolls.
Surely that would be a second mate.
Because the travel rolls and the combat rolls are separated, right? She's not a first mate. She's a roaming apprentice.
Kind of, yeah. I would allow you guys to make her a shipman, where she's just literally there to provide assistance. I think that's a reasonable goal, a reasonable way to handle her.
I
And
think that makes sense.
that might also let us get a better handle on what her abilities and proficiencies are already, or which ones she picks up for once it's time for her to take combat actions. Because if she turns out to have really
that makes sense.
charisma, then there's first mate.
Yeah, also, I want while I'm working with her, I want to see if she's got any kind of natural aptitude. I'm gonna kind of like try to insight at her and see if this is a path that she can stay on. Or...
Okay. I mean,
Okay, so shipman and doctor, surgeon, or just shipman.
I mean, the cool thing about surgeon is it keeps her off of almost all of the combat decks during a fight, and it frees me up to like do repairs, which she's not going to be doing.
That was my thought.
She
Yeah.
can be like your nurse and do minor
Yeah.
surgeon duties while the surgeon's away.
Triage.
Okay, cool. I've marked her down under surgeon and shipman.
Cool.
Excellent.
And I will let you guys, like, as she makes rolls, I'll let you guys make insight checks to see how she does at them.
Okay, cool.
She does, her sheet is set. She does have a set sheet with specific skills on it, which you guys can learn about through play.
Awesome. And the only other question I had was, any XP?
Yeah, so, yes, I am going to give all of you XP. Give me a moment. I need to look up how much.
How much XP does Scouse get for growing that beard?
Definitely none for that.
How much did it get for expertly dyeing it black?
That you might get some for.
How much for taking care of his personal problem?
Yeah. What level are you guys these days? 4?
Everyone
Yes.
notices that Scouse
Yeah.
has an extra spring in his step.
Becca shudders. Wherever she is, she just shudders.
You all gain 180 XP.
Nice.
How much?
180.
Should have 4286 XP.
Except Sky and...
Those two weirdos.
42?
You guys
Did I
have
miss
100
some?
more.
It-
You should have 43.
Did you miss some?
I missed 200 somewhere.
I bet he
Oh, that
missed
might
last
have been from the
session.
sessions where I was having my audio problem.
Yeah, because the last 2
Yeah.
sessions he's been having issues, so...
Okay, so 4386. Cool.
Also, I had a blast. Let me think here. Boots and Becca and Ix and Rourke. All 4 of you gain inspiration.
Yay!
Click the
Hooray!
I actually had a blast. It was good to get in character. I
Yeah.
enjoy Becca because I always think, holy crap, I'm just playing Iz's character in every other game.
Yeah, except you're doing it with a class that Iz would never play.
Yeah, but
Anyways, I had a blast. Thank you guys. Actually, I really appreciate that this session was mostly bullshitting around because this will give me time to finish prep. So, 2 weeks from now, I think it's time for you guys to make it to the Cragsmaw.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
fighty time, smash face.
Yeah, do be prepared. It's going to be a lot of fighting. I don't even know if you're going to get through it all in one session, but should be
That's
fun.
like music to my ears.
Yeah, so there will there will be some ship fighting, but then there's going to be a lot of not ship fighting too.
Hooray.
So, thank you guys. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.